The Saddest Day of My Life Until We Meet Again by Willie J. Brown III. This book is dedicated to the CCHS class of 1989, the world's greatest classmates. It is also written to honor the memory of the classmates that are no longer with us: David Strickland, Tanya Mitchell, Fred George, Nasir Ahmad, Missy Traywood, Becca Paul, Truett Turner, and William Hall. May this story honor your shortened lives, and may this story remind those who read it of how precious life truly is. Rest in peace, my friends. Have you ever found yourself at a celebratory event, all choked up and caught up in your emotions? Have your emotions ever overwhelmed you? Have you found yourself shedding uncontrollable tears? Well, it just happened to me just last night. The more I think about it, the more I realize it has happened to me quite a bit. As I reflect on my life, as I travel the world talking to strangers about my roller coaster ride called life, I often find chill bumps on my arms and tears sliding down my cheeks. I often tell children that I speak to that I am a very rich man. They immediately start trying to guess how rich I am. I laugh hysterically at their responses. How much money do you have? Do you live in a mansion? What type of car do you drive? Can you adopt me? I love seeing their facial expressions change when I tell them that I have less than $30 in my pocket and possibly less in the bank. I love it when I crush their spirits by revealing that I live in a basic home and drive a simple car. I explain to them that the richness I speak of is in terms of peace in my spirit and being content with life. I explain to them that when I compare where I am to where I have been, I am richer than most kings, queens, and Russian oligarchs. Their mouths open in shock, and their minds open in anticipation of my coming explanation. When I describe the old two-bedroom black and white mobile home that I grew up in, you can feel their emotions running wild. When I describe the rat infestation or the roach problem, they squirm in their seats. When I talk about the cold nights with no heat or doing my homework under the streetlights, I can see that I now have their full attention. When I talk about the sink baths and a non-flushing toilet, when I describe going to bed hungry, I can see that some of them can relate. A powerful connection to my audience forms. When I talk about the abuse at the hands of those who were supposed to love me, when I speak of being hurt by those assigned to protect me, I can see tears welling up in their eyes. They are now my captive audience, waiting for more of my life story to be revealed. When I ask them to guess the saddest day of my life, their tiny little hands shoot up in the air, hoping I will call on them for an answer. The response given are amazing, but they are always wrong. They never guess correctly, and never will you. Was it when your father was murdered? No. Was it when your mother died in your arms? No. Was it your wedding? No. Was it when you burned your arm? No. Was it when you lost your dream job? No. Was it when you retired from professional baseball? Not even close. All good answers. All of them proved to be incorrect responses. They now are baffled, ready for the perfect teachable moment. I finally revealed to them that the saddest day of my life was my high school graduation. They always look confused. Their faces show clear signs of bewilderment. Isn't graduation supposed to be happy? Shouldn't you be happy that your school experience is over? No more studying, no more tests and quizzes, no more reading and writing, no more bus stops, no more boring lectures. Shouldn't you be happy? When I revealed to them that as we were celebrating, throwing our caps and tassels into the air, reality slapped me squarely in the face. As the principal called our names and gave us a final handshake and our diplomas, we all began to realize that this amazing ride with such amazing friends was coming to an end. You see, unlike many of you who are reading the story, I actually enjoyed every day at school. Change that. I loved school. How can you not love being surrounded by 100 of your closest friends? 100 individuals that began as strangers to each other, but now have become more like a family, brothers and sisters. It was at that moment during high school graduation that I realized that there is no 13th grade. We would not all be in the same class next year. The jokes, the laughs, the hugs, the kisses, the memories were all about to exit the football stadium. We were now adults, high school graduates. As I ran around frantically, trying to find Lamar, Don, Ronald, John, Antonia, Kim, Zelda, Troy, William, David, Jason, Stacy, Marianne, Susan, Norman, and so many more, I became lost and confused with my emotions. As I looked for my teachers, coaches, and administrators who had helped me get to this important moment, reality finally sank in. It's over. This will inevitably be the last day that we will be gathered as a loving class, a family, friends forever. As I teach my students and witness their educational journey, I am saddened. They will never have or experience what I had growing up. They will never build what we were able to build while walking down the hallways of Calhoun County Elementary, middle, and high school. As they stress over reading and math strategies, as they are forced to take standardized tests, I hurt for them. As they eat cafeteria food that neither looks nor tastes good, as they switch schools and lose friends, my heart skips a beat for them. My high school graduation, one of the happiest and yet saddest day of my life. 30 years later, no more than 30 to 35 of us have been in the same room. Some have transitioned and are no longer with us. Nasir, Truett, Fred, Tanya, William, Missy, Becca, and my fun-loving friend David are gone. Some are too far away. Some are too busy raising their new families. As I continue to tell my audience how much we loved each other and how no matter where we meet, we instantly pick up where we left off in June of 1989. Graduation day, hugging, kissing, and laughing. I challenge them to learn to love school. I encourage them to find friends like the ones I have. Friends that will forgive. Friends that will reach across racial and ethnic lines to do what feels right. Friends that care. Friends that support. Friends that lift and elevate. I had, and I still have just that. My CCHS classmates are irreplaceable. They are the family members I can ill afford to lose. I am happiest when we are together. I am at my saddest when we must depart. The happiest and the saddest days of my life have been spent with them, my brothers, my sisters, my classmates, my family. Until we meet again at our next reunion. The End by Willie J. Brown III.